Welcome to the Vernon Hills Update. The update offers information about a variety of village services. You'll meet a few of your neighbors, and you'll find out about upcoming events. On today's show, we'll learn about this year's Village Charity Luncheon to take place on Thursday, May 16th at Century Park. And remember that all proceeds from this event benefit the Alzheimer's Association. We'll stop on down by the Vernon Hills Senior Center to see what's going on with that busy group. We'll get a quick health and safety refresher from Fireman Tony Rodkey of the Countryside Fire Department. We'll check in with our friends at the Vernon Hills Park District to find out about everything from summer camps to dance classes to swim teams and upcoming summer events. And we'll learn about the French Market, a new outdoor market that's coming to the Metro Station starting in June. If you have comments or questions, please contact Mike Storto at 847-918-3560 or email Mike S. at vhills.org. Thank you for tuning in to the Vernon Hills Update.
Well, we are here at Village Hall to talk about the 9th annual Village Charity Luncheon, which is coming up in May. These are the guys that know all about charity luncheons. We're with Mike Allison and Monica Lundeen. And it seems like it was just only last year we were talking about the first time you did a luncheon for the Alzheimer's Association. Right. That's what we're doing again this year, right?
Absolutely. We're going to donate all the proceeds from this luncheon to the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Okay. This year we are changing the location. We normally have it at the Arbor Theater, but they're doing some construction over there. So Vernon Hills Park District was nice enough to let us use their Century Park. Okay. And so that's where we're going to have our luncheon this year.
Okay, and Thursday, May 16th, correct?
Absolutely. And it's the same time, 11:30 to 1:30. Okay. And that's 1101 Lakeview Parkway. If anybody doesn't know, that's really the bank's address. Right. The park, I don't know if it really has an address. It's just Lakeview and Center.
Celebration grounds.
Oh, so we're in the summer celebration area with the pavilion.
Right, okay. right. It'll be great. You know, we always have a good time, and people come out, and it's as we've talked about last year, and as with cancer, Alzheimer's touches almost everyone's life, and it's very meaningful to all of us to volunteer. And this is preparatory to the walk that occurs in the fall.
5th. Yeah. And that actual walk is October 5th at Independence Grove in Vernon Hill or in Libertyville. Mm-hmm. And I want to make a point of saying anybody that would like to get a team together, get a team together. Even if you're corporate, get your employees out there to help. It's a beautiful park to walk in. We did this last year, and it was a rainy cast day, but it was still beautiful.
Matter.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. Well, and this comes down to you kind of have a history of giving back to the community, the employees here at the village, because I know in years past you've done the Relay for Life, which a lot of the employees still do. It's just that for this year, the luncheon, you're going to turn it over to the Alzheimer's organization.
Right. This is the second annual time that we've done this. And I should point out, too, the police do, St. Baldrick's. We're doing a car show. The police a couple of police officers have pulled together a car show at the mall. The polar plunge that happened a couple months ago, although it could happen in the next few weeks. You never know. You look at North Dakota.
This is the May update. We could still be having snow.
Could be. But anyway, so many things that the police and other employees do, Public Works, their efforts during the holiday season. So it's really wonderful. And this is just an extension of it. And it's meaningful to us, and we have a great time, too.
Well, yeah, all the staff is out there cooking and cleaning and putting up tables, and between Public Works, the police chief is the cook.
He's a pretty good cook, I'll have to say.
He's a very good cook, yes.
So then you can come out and for a suggested donation of $5, of course they'll take more because it's for a good cause, but for $5 you get, chips and a cookie and a drink.
Right, we have several people that'll be there. Ernie's supplies the pop. Ernie's Car Wash and Wrecking, and Ellie's is doing the buns again.
Okay.
Pear Tree Catering gives us a refrigerator, which I think is extremely
huge.
helpful. Jimmy John's in Vernon Hills gives us potato chips. Target.
Freaking fast, I have to add.
Yeah,
Nice,
freaking
nice.
fast. And Target, they're giving us fresh fruit and carrots, little mini bags of carrots. American Hotel has always been great about getting us the paper supplies. On the Border's giving us water and chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, they're
Wow.
good cookies.
And then this year we have an addition. We have Dimitri Party Consultants. He does these balloons that are absolutely extraordinary.
Okay.
So he's going to be there. And then, of course, Gus Stagg, we love Gus. He does jazz and blues. And I know that he plays at Potbelly's during lunch hours, too, here in town. So he's coming back. He used to be one of our employees. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
And then, basically just thank you for coming out. And thank you for the Public Works who helps us, Police Department, our
This is-
village
And
employees.
all the money is going to Alzheimer's. All the money we raise, and the president of the village board are very generous. We get donations as well as we purchase some of the products that we sell, and then all the proceeds go to Alzheimer's.
So any dollar you give, $5, $10, $20, it's all going to the cause. And you're getting lunch, and you're getting
Right.
some entertainment, and you're being with friends. And rain or shine,
Rain or shine.
But it'll be warm and sunny.
Yeah, it'll be under the gazebo.
Okay.
Right there on the Summer Cell location, right
Okay.
there.
Right.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for taking the time. Come out Thursday, May 16th. We're going to have good weather by then. It's going to be awesome. You can find out more on the website. And thank you to all the people who donate and make this possible. Thanks very much. We'll see you on the 16th.
Great, thanks.
Thanks.
Well, we are here at Countryside Fire Protection District in Vernon Hills. We're with Fireman Tony Rodkey. And Tony, I know you've got a lot of things on the May calendar for Countryside and the community. Can we talk a little bit about things? And I hear you've got something starting right away on May 1 with our friends at John Powers Center.
That's right. John Powers School for the Hearing Impaired is doing a Deaf Can Do It Community Day. And what that entails is they're doing a book drive to provide the Countryside Fire District books for our fire truck bookshelf that the Special Education District of Lake County's giving us. And that'll be May 1st at 1:30. They'll be making that donation. And it's just a great partnership between John Powers School for the Hearing Impaired, their staff, the students, and the Special Education District of Lake County, and the Sid Lash High School students themselves are the ones that are building and painting this fire truck, and it's just a great partnership. On May 5th, the Advocate Condell Medical Center is hosting a bike rodeo. That's Sunday, May 5th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we will be sizing helmets and providing a course for children to ride. There'll be handouts for the children. There'll be some videos for them to watch. Rain or shine, this program's going to happen at the Condell Medical Center northeast corner parking lot near the water tower.
Any cost for that, or can I just show up?
That's free, and if you need a bike helmet, they'll be providing a limited supply of free bike helmets to children who need one.
But kids should bring their bikes so they can learn how to ride safely.
Absolutely. They're going to need their bike, and they'll get an opportunity to ride this course, and then there'll be some free handouts for completing that. And Countryside Fire, in partnership with Libertyville Fire, will be at Condell helping out. On Saturday, May 18th, is the Lake County Fire Chiefs Fire Safety Expo at the Gurney Mills Mall. And what that entails is all the Lake County Fire Departments coming coming together, as well as Countryside, showing off all their different fire engines and apparatus, having some awesome demonstrations in terms of hazardous materials, the guys who will be rappelling on ropes, the difference between having sprinklers in your homes and not. There'll be a live burn demonstration. There'll be free fire truck rides. And this is Saturday, May 18th from 10 in the morning till 3 p.m. at the Gurney Mills Mall.
And as we said, free, free, free. I mean, you can't get better than that. So let's back up and talk just a minute about our friends at John Power Center. So they're collecting books that come to you that you can share with the entire community, which is wonderful. Thank you to our friends at John Power Center. And then that fire truck shelf that you're talking about that the high school kids from Sid Lash built, that's got like shelves and sitting area and cubby holes. That's an awesome thing.
It's about a 4-foot by 8-foot bench. And yes, there's a couple little seats. It's primarily for the preschoolers up to about 3rd grade. Nobody as large as myself is going to sit in there. And yes, there's some shelves for the books, and then there's a little storage under each bench to hold things like games or more books, if you will.
That's awesome. That's from all the kids from the CEDAW, which is a great partnership you guys have and we have in our whole community. Well, and since you talked about that Condell Bike Rodeo now, and you said that was coming up on May 5th, let's talk a little bit more just about bike safety, scooter safety, skateboard safety in general. And I know the thing you worry about the most is protecting your head.
Absolutely. Most children who are injured with falling from a bike is bad news. So with everybody getting ready for the summer, the weather's breaking, it's gorgeous today, as well as I know we'll have a wonderful summer. Get that bike helmet out, make sure it's sized. So come to the bike rodeo on Sunday, May 5th. Great activity. Make sure your bike's in good working order, but we want to make sure we protect that head, that the helmet fits you correctly, and bike shops can help with that.
And I know a lot of times you say make sure you're wearing it straight down on your head. You don't want it to be way off to the back.
That's correct. It's got to
strap
come
on.
down right over your eyebrow. It's got to be strapped on. It's not going to do you any good. For those scooter folks, those skateboarders, the knee pads, the elbow pads, the gloves, lots of times the kids will get abrasions on their palms.
Well, now we're saying kids, but it's important for the older kids to be a role model to the younger, and then it's even more important for us as adults to be role models for everybody. Plus, our heads are probably softer by now.
That's so true. It's just like seatbelts. We got to buckle up. And it doesn't matter what the age, so helmets are recommended as well for the kids and adults.
And Tony, I know you wear your helmet all the time. I've seen you do it, so everybody watch for Tony to wear his helmet, and we'll make sure. We don't have one here today. We didn't have it here today, but do watch. And I know you guys are here with helpful information about things like helmets and things like that. And like you said, come to the rodeo. You've got free helmets, you said?
There'll be a limited supply of free helmets for children needing one.
Excellent. So that's a great thing. Now, we just talked about being safe as we're scootering and skateboarding and riding our bikes, all of us, no matter our age. Another thing that we all like to do, even if we're not as active, is cook on the grill. And I know that's something that you get worried about when we get to grilling season. So let's step back here by the Countryside Grill. Hopefully you're going to make us some lunch in a minute, but I know you've got a few things you want us to be watching for as we get ready for grill season.
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that the children are in a safe area when mom and dad or any of the adults are going to do the grilling. Like in the kitchen, we want to watch what we heat. So we want to be near the grill, taking care of whatever food we are cooking. We want to make sure we have a proper size, correct lid. Okay, here we got the lid for this one that comes with it. So if a fire flares up, all we have to do is put the lid down, and that's going to help contain the fire.
So you mean like if we had a charcoal grill with the lid that comes off, make sure you've got that lid handy then?
Absolutely. You want to definitely make sure you have that lid. Okay. We want to make sure we're going to keep any combustibles, wood, paper, or plastic items at least 3 feet away. We don't want to be setting some paper towels too close to the grill. They'll be catching fire, especially with the grills like this that have these.
They've got that right
They
there.
have the counter right next to it. So we want to make sure that we're keeping those combustible items 3 feet away. We want to make sure that we have the gas line. We have a gas grill here, natural gas or propane. You want to make sure that those gas lines are shut off, and then shut all your valves off here on the switches.
So you want the valves shut off all the time, everything you can shut down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
With charcoal grills, we want to make sure that we're going to close all the vents and put the lid on it to snuff out the hot charcoal itself. or we want to make sure we extinguish that with lots and plenty of water.
And I know that it's just like when you clean out your fireplace when it comes to the old coals. You want to wait a long time before you see that go in the garbage or even into the garage. You want it outside.
We want it outside, and we want it fully extinguished with water. And we want to we want to make sure when you are grilling with charcoal that, or really any grill, that we're not doing it on a really windy day that can carry any embers into some combustibles, laying leaves, mulch, things like that.
I get what you're saying. And I know, and like you said, keep that clear zone around there for the kids and the pets and everybody. Just, it's a hot item. Stay away from it. And that's, I know, the key for a lot of things you tell us around here. You always have a lot of information online, and you always have safety classes. You've got safety information. You've got first aid classes you can take. If somebody wants to learn more, what can they do?
They can go to our website, countrysidefire.com.
Okay.
They can give us a call here at the fire station. And we can help them out that way as well.
I tell you, you're all around the community. You're always giving us tips. And let's remind everybody once again, when you're in doubt, what do you want them to do if they think there's a problem?
Call 911. If you're thinking, should I call? The answer is yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for taking the time. See you all at some of these events coming up. And we'll see you later in the summer for some more tips. Thanks, Tony.
You're welcome. Have a great summer.
Well, eventually, when you're watching this, we hope that by May, we actually have some spring or some summer. But as we're taping, this has been the longest winter ever. But we're with some people that really have stayed busy all winter. We're with some members of the Vernon Hills Seniors Club down in the Senior Center, which is in the lower level of the Village Hall. It's a lovely space. We happen to be in the library space right now. We're with Ed Sikta, who's our past president, and Grace Michael, who is the new president of the Vernon Hills Seniors. So thanks for taking the time to join us. I know we got you up early and ready to go today. So, and let's talk about the seniors, because even while the rest of us got kind of gloomy over the winter, you guys stayed busy. And this has been something you guys have been, I know you've got activities going on. What are some of the things you guys are up to lately?
Well, we have 2 meetings a month. We have a social and a business meeting, and it's on Tuesday. And we play bingo after the meetings. Usually we have people that come to speak sometimes, you know.
I heard the bingo's wild too. Now, Ed, did you tell me there's even cash at stake, or is that a rumor?
Sure, no checks,
No cash.
strictly cash.
You don't trust anybody, huh? Everybody's got to be cash. So yeah, I've heard bingo's good. And do you still eat a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, that's the reason. We all we got to do is put out a splash that we're having food, and they come down and no food, nobody shows up.
Now, those meetings, so if somebody was interested in seeing, could they just show up and be part of that and check it out?
Yes, and they can check it out to see if they like what's going on, and then they can join.
You bet. And when we talk about some of the things going on, first we'll talk about joining. Joining is fairly straightforward and very inexpensive. I know you kind of have a little bit of a preference priority for Vernon Hills seniors, but anybody can join.
Vernon Hills Seniors, $10 a year membership, and you can go on any of our outings that we have. We go to lunch out once a month, and it's Dutch. Everybody pays for their own bill. Some of the restaurants give us 10% discount. Some give us, a drink for free, but we do that often, and we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings this next week.
Well, these guys know how to get hooked up. If there's a deal to be had, you're going to have it. And I know you've got a huge trip coming up. And now I know it's not just Vernon Hills seniors, but you're hooked in with. There's a big trip going of some local seniors from the entire area.
Right. It's any senior that lives in the area. Some Buffalo Grove, Libertyville. It's a trip to New Orleans. We have to have around 40 people. And then the trip will go.
Okay. So that's if you're interested in something like that. Now, and you do like trips to like just downtown or around, or?
Oh sure, we've done quite a few of those. You know what I mean? We have to be careful now lately because everybody's getting older now. And you have to start walking around to some of these trips and forget it. You know what I mean? It's kind of tough.
Yeah, well, you're coming up with some stuff to do, though. I know that, and it depends. It's what people want to do. You kind of talk it over amongst yourselves and come. Plus, you've got stuff going on here in the senior center. Are you still doing like exercise classes?
We do exercise aerobics on Monday from 10 to 11, and then we do arthritis exercise on Tuesdays from 11 to 12.
So it's like a combination fitness club, restaurant.
May I interrupt? I mean, you've got to understand now. I'm sitting here, and she's giving all the information, and you might think somebody might think I'm a statue here, but I'm keep nodding my head, and I'm agreeing with her. So you've got to understand that I'm not the president anymore. You know what I mean? But you're talking to a smart lady here, so she knows what she's talking about. So I agree with everything.
Hey, that's something to get Ed to agree to you, isn't it? Well, let's talk about Ed now. How long you've been our president for a long time. I know you're having some health stuff going on, but
17 years.
17
17 years.
Oh, my
And I
gosh.
think it was time to quit. And I pleaded and pleaded for the last 15. Why don't you put a woman in here in charge? And nobody listened to me, you know. But I'm glad they got one now because they got a smart one now.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are both awesome, and I know if anybody was watching the village board meeting a little while back, they gave you an honor just for that 17 years of dealing with all that. That's worth something.
And let me tell you something that you've got to understand now. I mean, when the mayor read everything off, it just went over my head. I never give it a thought, you know. But when I got home and I read this thing, did you ever see an old man cry? I mean, I blubbered all over the place, honestly. I'm sentimental, you know, and I can't help that.
And you've got 17 years of memories and good work you've been doing for the community, because this is really a community thing.
The best years of my life here, 17 years, honestly.
Well, and I can tell you're still involved. It just she's just got to do the work. You can just have the fun now, right? Right?
But it's nice now to be served.
Yeah. Well, and
He
Grace,
doesn't have to carry his briefcase around anymore.
yeah. Maybe not as many calls at home to find out what to do with when you're a senior. Yeah. So yeah. Well, and if somebody wants to know more, I know you can call the village hall and talk to them. Yeah. And you said you're even available. You guys both can give you the whole lowdown.
They have my number on the sheets. You know, our calendars that go out and stuff.
And I want to repeat, though, that, you know, even though we're talking about winter now, and winter is when it just gets so long and everybody feels a little bit lonesome, you've got stuff going on all year round. So if you ever want to give it a try, it's really try anytime.
Right. We have, in the summer, we have a men's barbecue. The men get involved, and they do the barbecuing and stuff. And we do the Oktoberfest at the train station.
Pie, I hope
pies.
again. I'm good with the pie. So I got
We sell pies, and it's just that they're involved in everything.
It's been I think it's been a blessing to a lot of people. And I know you've got a whole list of people on your, kind of your leaders. You've got, Sheldon Brenner and Adrian McChesney and Helen and Svea and Lillian and the list goes on because everybody chips in here. That's what I've seen is it's hard to tell who's in charge because everybody's in charge.
Yeah, a lot of cooperation. Yeah. I mean, we never have any trouble getting help. Honestly.
That's great. That's good. But there's a place for anybody new if they want to give it a try too. And you guys still play cards a lot? I mean,
yeah. We play hand and foot, and we meet on Fridays. A bunch of women come and we play, and they play mahjong too.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff people can try, and we still have the senior bus too that can get people over here. So if driving is the problem, don't worry because we've got a way to get you there.
It's a free bus, and they'll pick you up and bring you here, and then come back and pick you up at 3.
One of the best services ever.
And we got to remember that I think this is the only bus in this vicinity that does this. It comes to the house and picks you up, brings you to the meeting, and takes you back home again. Yeah. Now this is a gem.
I know, it truly is. Yeah. I mean, especially on any day, whether you're not driving anymore or you just don't want to because the weather's not so great, and the drivers are the nicest guys.
But you have to live in Vernon Hills for that.
And you have to get on the schedule. It's kind of like you call them.
Buses in the vicinity, like there's the Pace bus. They charge $1 each way. And then there's a new one. It's the Mundelein Vernon Hills bus. And they charge too. It's $1 something
But I tell you that, and so if you're coming from another area, you can find a way too. These guys, again, they have all the information. They can hook you up. They've got the resources from the county and all around, so.
Yeah, and may I say, my phone number is still available. I mean, you know what I mean. If you want any questions answered, please don't hesitate to call. I don't mind. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys know what's going on. They know the resources available to seniors. They can help you do just navigate a lot of things. And before we go, you said you've been involved 17 years. Before we started, you said 5 years?
4 years I've been.
If somebody was interested or they're sitting home and they're, wondering if they should get connected with you all, can somebody give me a commercial what the upside is?
And may I say this too? We've had a lot of trouble getting men to come in. We urge you. I can understand your position. I'm sure that these men, if we were talking 55, you know what I mean, they're still working and all. And I'm sure that a man, instead of coming down and at a meeting or something like this, especially when they say business meeting, everybody shies away from business meetings.
But do you eat at your business meeting?
Oh, we eat at that business meeting. But I can understand that the guy would like to sit at home. He can turn the TV on and watch a football game, and he figures this is a lot better than coming down to the seniors, but you're wrong. Come down and you'll find out why.
Yeah, it is a great group of people. You've been friends for a long time, and new friends come in all the time.
Once a month we have a movie, Bring Your Lunch, and we show some new movie or something.
So there's just something going on all the time. So, well, thank you guys for all you're doing for our village and for our community, and thank you for your 17 years, and I know you're still involved, and thank you for stepping up and doing this and for the work. If you want to find out more, or if you want to find out more for a family member so you can get them connected, call the Village Hall first, but they've got these guys' contact numbers, or just make plans to come over to one of the meetings. It's a great way to start.
Sit and see what we do.
And eat.
And eat.
Thank you very much, you guys. Have a great rest. Hopefully we'll have spring pretty soon, and you can go on those bus trips. It'll be nicer. Thank you. Well, we've come over to the Vernon Hills Park District Sullivan Center to talk to a lot of people who know about a lot of things to keep busy over the summer, and I guarantee you eventually it will get nice and we will be outside. I'm with Kelly Cushion. She's a recreation supervisor, and she knows a lot about what's going on with summer camps. And this is really your big sign-up time for summer camps, right? You've been pretty busy over here?
It absolutely is, and for right now it's just a $100 deposit, and that secures your space for the summer.
Okay, and you've got a lot of programs. Before we started talking, you said you really cover the gamut. Age, boys, girls, time of day you need it, and interests, you've got it all covered.
Absolutely. We have sports camp. We have an all-girls camp. This summer we have a new camp, SOS. It's our summer of service camp for those really looking to get involved in the community, the environment, pets and animals. And for those who just want a little bit of summer playtime, we do have a half-day camp, Camp Kid Zone.
Okay. And you said, one thing we talked about before we started, a lot of your campers are from Hawthorne, and Hawthorne had a snow day.
That's
and
right.
so school doesn't get done till the last day of school is Monday, June 10th. So that means your camps are really going to start a day later than in the program. So
That's correct. Tuesday, June 11th is now the official start date for camp. And for anybody who's already prepaid, it will be a reimbursement credited back to you for that one day.
Okay, so you heard it here first. You'll get a free day. So that's what's going to happen. So, and you talk too. You've got you talking about all that stuff that's going on now, like short schedules, long schedules, and then when you get to the end of the year, right before school starts, you have even a last blast for those kids that need a little extra before school starts.
That's correct. Based on feedback from our SurveyMonkey survey system that we put out, we added 2 extra weeks at the end of the August 3rd camp season, and so it'll go to mid-August now. So if you just need one of those 2 weeks or both of those 2 weeks, it's our last blast camp. We'll help you out, and it will just be Monday through Friday, 2 days at the pool, and a field trip and 2 activity days to kind of cover you before school starts.
Okay, so you really have a lot of programming, so it can be quite flexible for whatever parent needs. So, and I know all that stuff is in the brochure, but you're also available to help people. You can call over to the Park District and just figure it all out with you, right?
Absolutely. You could give me a call, the front desk, and our new building, the Lakeview Center. They're also well informed over there as well. And we have extended camp before and after for the working parent as well.
Okay, so really, you've got something for everybody, so check it out here at the Park District.
You got it.
Thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank
And
you.
remember,
Hope
this
to
is,
see you guys this summer.
yeah, exactly. This is Camp Center, so thanks very much.
Thank you.
We're with Gail Herman, the early childhood supervisor here at the Sullivan Center. You all know Miss Gail. You better say hi. You've got a lot of fans out there from your preschool. And before we start, we got a couple things we're going to talk about with you, some special programming coming up. But I know you're registering kids right now for fall preschool. So you've got preschool for what ages?
For ages 2 through 5.
Okay. And so if somebody wants to find out more, I know you give tours, you can go online, all that stuff. Give you a call.
Absolutely. I'd be glad to show you through the preschool anytime.
Excellent. So now let's talk about, that's preschool, and you all know Ms. Gail from that. Let's talk about Safety Town now. We've got some pictures of Safety Town. That looks like kind of an interesting thing for some of our younger people. It's an actual class you've got going on.
It is. It's a brand new program. I'm very, very excited about it. The buildings are being built right now. The bikes have been ordered. We're doing a lot of research into all kinds of safety, and I think it's going to be a great new program for young children.
Okay, so, and I think I read someplace about age 3 to 6 is about the age group.
Age 3 to 6,
Okay.
exactly.
So now you've got your own bikes here then. So when you come to Safety Town, which will be out in the parking lot, I take it here?
In the parking lot at the Sullivan Center, and we will have the bikes for them, but they do need to bring their helmets.
Okay, all right. And so they're going to go through a course, they're going to learn the rules of the road, they're going to learn safety, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly, and they're going to learn a lot more besides. But that part of it, they're going to be out on the street on their bike, and they're going to learn all about pedestrian safety, signs, all kinds of things like that.
Really good stuff. And I think part of the registration, you get a T-shirt, which is always a good thing.
T-shirt is being made as we speak. It's a beautiful T-shirt.
Okay, so that's Safety Town, and once it starts getting warmer, you're gonna want to come out and see, and you'll be able to see the course. So if people want to understand more, you're going to have pictures, but you're going to start putting that course together with the little roads and the little buildings and the railroad tracks.
It is going to be portable, so it will be taken apart every day. So anytime that we are in session, they could come over and take a look. Sure.
Excellent. So that's Safety Town. That's a new program. Now, I also heard that in the summertime, it's an awesome time to take dance lessons. So you've got some dance programs.
It is. It's a 7-week program, and we really like it, and we really encourage people who just want to try it. Our school year program goes all year, September through May. It's a big commitment. It's a wonderful program, but in the summertime, you can just try and see if it's something that your daughter or your son would like to do.
Okay, what kind of dance are we talking?
Oh, we're talking about all kinds of dances. We have Bollywood, we have ballet, jazz, tap.
So you can really try anything. And so you can sample it, or you can continue on if you've been a dancer for a while.
Exactly, 7 weeks, and so you can give it a try.
Okay, so that's boys and girls, and kind of what ages? How young do you take them?
3, probably through about 16.
Okay, excellent. So that's the dance over here at the Sullivan Center. Remember, if you've got questions about any of this, Safety Town, preschool, anything, call Miss Gail. She'll help you out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's time to talk about the great outdoors. I'm going to say that again because. Okay, ready?
A little pause and then we'll start.
It's time to start thinking about the great outdoors, and our person to do that with is Regina Cady. She's the horticulturalist over for the Park District, and a very busy lady because you've got a lot of parks, you've got a lot of beds and planting beds and things. And I know one of the programs you've got coming up this summer, which is really exciting, is your Garden Explorers for kids who are going into grades 4 through 6 in the fall. So a little bit older kid.
Oh, yeah. The little older kids, they're a lot of fun. They tend to really like grubbing in the dirt a lot. So we do a lot of that. We literally take a plot of land at the community garden over at Century, and we essentially bring it from a patch of bare dirt to a productive vegetable garden. At the end of the season, they all have their vegetables. They've got their tomatoes, their squash, their beans. We talk about organic gardening. We talk about beneficial insects. everything. It's pretty inclusive, and the kids have a ball. They really enjoy it. I even have 3 children, a brother-sister duo, and then a individual boy who have been with me from the beginning. So that's really great.
You're bringing up the next group of master gardeners. That's great. Now, they go. It's every other Saturday, so it's real flexible on the time.
Yeah, it's every other Saturday, starting in June 1st. We usually go from 9 until 10 o'clock in the morning. That way it's not too hot outside. After we get through with that, we go right up until the end of the season, right before school starts back. I believe it's the end of August, and we do that.
And so you get a little bit to eat after that, which is wonderful. And now now you talked about the community garden. So there is still opportunity for other people if they want to get a plot of land to do some.
Well, unfortunately, from what I understand, I just received the thing from Marty the other day. Everybody's been assigned their plots for this season, but please, if you're interested at all, go ahead now, call and get on the wait list. There's always those people who, for whatever reason or another, thought that they could do it and then they can't. So sometimes we do have plots open up, and we have 2 locations, both at Hartman and Century. So it's a fun time.
Okay, so if you haven't gotten in, if you were behind and you didn't get your garden plot, don't give up. Talk to Regina. She'll help you out. So now that's some stuff going on from programming, the garden plots. Now I know too you have a little Adopt a program, Adopt a Park, if somebody wants to just help you out. Is there a way they can help you out? Because you've got a lot of stuff to take care of.
Yeah, we really do. And I think a year ago we actually started a Park Pride program in which people can go to the website. I think it's actually under employment opportunities. And we have a thing that people can sign up to volunteer with me. I take groups, I take individuals. There's always something to do. I stay so behind.
Well, and it keeps everybody out and busy in these beautiful parks of ours. And as you talk about taking people out, you are going to be up at Loyola's Cuneo Mansion and Gardens doing a special free program, but you still have to sign up for it. But you've got a free program coming up in conjunction with Loyola.
Yeah, we have a partnership with them now, and one of the things we're doing is I'm doing a container gardening class. We call it container gardening, tomatoes and basil, gardening for small spaces, because a lot of people don't have room for a lot.
But we don't have time for a lot.
Exactly, have time for a lot. We're going to take people, we're going to tell them to bring their own pots, their gardening gloves. We're going to provide the soil and either tomato and basil plants or tomato and oregano, and we're going to basically help people get together their own little Italian garden in a pot.
Excellent, excellent. So if people want to do that, they actually sign up through the Park District, though.
Yeah, they'll need to come over here to the Sullivan Center, sign up in person. It's June 23rd from 2 until 3 p.m.
And that will be up at the Cuneo Mansion, which is beautiful. The gardens up there. So you're right cut out for this, because you and all the gardens around here.
Oh, yeah, it'll be great.
So that's information from Regina. If you want to find out more, go online or give a call. And thanks very much. And I hope you start getting some good weather so you can be outside.
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we are with the 2 water guys, the aquatic people over here. We're with Jay Bowman and Matt DeWitt to talk about things at the pool, both pools, because now we have the beautiful outdoor family aquatic center and the indoor over at the Lakeview. So let's get talking. Let's start with season passes, because that's on everybody's mind right now. You still got season passes for the family aquatic center, right?
We do have season passes. They're available now, and you can pretty much buy them anytime coming to the Sullivan Center. To go along with the benefit of buying a season pass, we have a fitness promotion going for the Lakeview Center. So if you buy a season pass at the Family Aquatic Center, you can get 30 consecutive days over at Lakeview for free.
Okay, so you can try out the Lakeview Center over the summer months. So,
yes.
And so really we do have 2 pools. So if it's a rainy day, you can go over there and swim with you over there. So that's where you are. That's where we're going to find you at the Lakeview Center, right?
Yes, ma'am. I am over at the Lakeview Center.
Okay, excellent. So that's the season pass
June
that everybody.
through August. That promotion for the Lakeview Center is June through August.
Okay, so it's a summertime. It's a summertime thing.
Promotion.
But it's a great way to get started and find the facilities and see what's going on over there. Now, you also have kind of a more adult-geared fitness program, I understand, at the Family Aquatic Center, the outdoor. You've got water walking and all kinds of things like that. Tell me what water walking is, by the way. So.
In the previous summers, we've tried this, and we've decided to expand it to 5 days a week. From 7 to 9, we will be offering a fitness swimming time. Basically, that means you can come and swim laps, and also if you're more interested in water walking, you can go to our lazy river and walk with or against the current for your exercise, and that'll be Monday through Friday, and then we also have some times on Saturday and Sunday. So it's 7 days a week, and if that's the only thing that you're interested in, we do have a separate fitness pass going on. So you can buy a pass, and that will get you into those fitness times pretty much throughout the summer at the Family Aquatic Center.
And so you like clear out the lazy river so that the people are walking through there. You don't have the people.
Absolutely, it is guarded. Everything's guarded as always, but yes, it's all cleared out for. There will be no tubes to bump into you.
That's interesting. I wasn't sure what water walking was. I thought you had a whole new kind of miracle going on over here, and it is a great facility. So if people haven't checked it out, and if you haven't been over here, there's a lazy river, there's zero depth, there's all kinds of things going on, and you have concessions, so kids can be over here all day, and you don't have to worry about feeding them.
Yep, it's from our concessionaire is Bobo's in Vernon Hills, so all the local people know how good that food is. So yes, they did our concessions last summer, and they're back again this summer.
Excellent. And of course, you have parties, and you can rent out the facility. There's a lot of things you can look at online. You've got all that stuff.
Yes, you can have a birthday party here. You can rent out the facility after hours on a Friday or Saturday night. Pretty much sign up for that starts in May.
Okay, good times. That's all good. Now let's go inside, because you have this year a swim team. Well, you've got some swim teams going, but you're going to have a summertime swim team that meets over at the Lakeview Center.
Yes, we do have our summer swim team. It is the Turtles swim team. Our summer season actually goes from June all the way until August. We have our 4 different teams. We have our developmental team, our bronze team. And then after our bronze team, you actually get into our competitive teams, our silver, gold, and green. Pretty much tryouts are just you come in, you show up, or give me a call, and we'll set up a tryout.
Okay. So really, it isn't by age, it's just by how much you've been doing, so that kids are in with kids where they don't feel overwhelmed or something like that. You put them where they need to be.
Yes, we do put them where they need to be. However, we do go beyond the pool. We try to put in that social interaction as well. To include, we have a lock-in, we have like a older swimmer with a younger swimmer type of program going on as well. So a mentoring, yes.
Mentoring. So there's a lot. It's more than just a swim team. You've got a whole kind of a social aspect going on. So if a parent wants to find out more about that, or see if their child might be up to snuff for that, that's something you can help with?
Yes, it is. Okay. Like I said, just give me a call or email me, and we can set something up.
Okay. And so that starts in June then?
Yeah,
so,
it's a great opportunity for those people who have completed the swim lesson program, all the levels. It's a great opportunity for them to transition into that next thing if they want to continue with their swimming.
And it's a great summer activity. So this is definitely the place to be. These are the water guys. Remember, if you have questions, check with them. And thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Well, we've got one more person for you to visit. It's Marty Walsh. You might know him as Mr. Ribfest, and we'll get to that at the end too. But Marty, you've got some events coming up. And in fact, by the time people are watching this, Loop the Lakes should have happened. And I know you have a really good roster, a great number of turnout for that again coming up.
Yeah, again, by the time you watch this, we will have had probably over 200 runners participate. A great event, volunteer-driven. We use the local high school students, local nonprofit groups to really help out with that event. So we're thrilled that we're going to have another great year.
Yeah, that's a great community event that really draws people together. And we have a lot of really active running people around here. Not me among them, but there you go. Another thing you wanted us to talk about is Recycle-O-Rama.
Recycle-O-Rama, yes. We're going to be partnering with Swalco and the Westfield Hawthorne Mall again. The event's going to be on Saturday, May 18th from 9 a.m. to noon in the south parking lot by Macy's. So bring all your old electronics, all of your old cell phones, computers, eyeglasses. You can check out the website at vhparkdistrict.org or swalco.org for all the information. It's going to be a great event, and you might even get a free goodie when you show up too. So
Free goodies and get rid of the junk in your house. It can be better than that. Kids Fishing Day. Now that's been something that's been going on for a while, and that's a popular thing coming up on June 9th or June 8th, I guess.
Saturday, June 8th, we'll be partnering with the Libertyville Fishing Club over at Century Park by the Boat Dock Shelter. We're going to be, it's for ages 5 through 13. So bring your mom and dad. We'll have plenty of fishermen there to help you also get everything set. We'll have bait available, and we'll have prizes. So for all you young ones that want to catch fish and you win a prize, come on out Saturday, June 8th to the fishing day. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, and you don't have to be an experienced fisherman. As you said, you've got those people there to help. It's a great time if you haven't figured out fishing. You've got the bait, and I heard that maybe there might even be a few poles, so if you just want to come and try.
Yeah, you don't even need a pole. You just need a desire to learn how to fish, and we'll do all the rest for you.
And you'll even bait the hook. That's nice to know. That's good to know. And I know that coming up in the summer, you've done some movies in the park and some community things like that. I know we're kind of pushing you a little for some summer schedules, but you are going to have something like that coming up?
Yeah, this will be our 4th year now doing the movies in the park. It'll be the last Friday of the month at Deer Path Park by the Warrington Shelter. The movies will begin at around dusk each evening, so about 8 or 8:30 during the summertime. And check the website for, at the beginning of each month, we'll be listing the movie that will be playing then. So
that's a fun time, and it's free. So
it's free. Bring a picnic. We'll have concessions available. It's a great time. There's a playground. Come early, bring the kids.
Yeah, it's a good night. It's a great night. So now, Mr. Ribfest, let's talk about that. We are going to have the yeah, I know. Are we going to do another Little Bear Rib Fest?
We are thrilled. We're going to be hosting the 3rd annual Little Bear Rib Fest, August 23rd and 24th at Century Park. It'll be the same location where the summer celebration is held. So all you residents, you know all about the summer celebration, and a lot of you know about Ribfest too. So we've got some great music booked. I'd be happy to announce that we've got Shamika Copeland booked for Friday night, August 23rd. Opening up for Shamika is blues phenomenal performer Anna Popovich, who's an up-and-coming blues guitarist. So it'll be an all-female blues review night on Friday the 23rd. Saturday the 24th, we've got bands called Indigenous, great blues band from the mid-'90s, and also we've got Trampled Underfoot, a new band out of Kansas City. So great blues. All the rib vendors will be back. Sweet Baby Ray's, Full Slab, Smokin' Teas, Brothers, Uncle Bub's, Real Urban Barbecue right here in town. So it's getting hungry already.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then there's always the refreshment tent for the adults. It is more of an adult-oriented kind of event. There's not a midway. There's not kids things.
Right. It's an event that we do structure for the moms and dads in the community. So it's a great night to get a babysitter and come out for some great blues music, some great food, and have a couple of drinks while you're there with some friends. So
excellent, thanks. I'm glad that's going on. A lot of great information from you. Go online if you want to learn about what's happening, because you're always adding stuff too. So check the website, give a call. Yeah, Facebook, it's all on there. So
all right.
Thanks very much. We'll
Thank you,
keep
Lynn.
track of you, and then we'll see you again before we have Ribfest. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Well, coming up starting in June, we've got something really exciting to talk to you about. It's the Vernon Hills French Market. We're with Leslie Cahill. She's the Midwest manager for Ben Sadoun USA, who's an expert on French markets, and we're going to find out what that all means. Thanks for taking the time to join us, Leslie.
My pleasure.
And Ben Sadoun USA is part of an older company that's been around for generations. Can you tell people the history of this company?
Sure. The Ben Sadoun family, they're third generation market operators in Europe. They have over 40 markets in Paris, and they were invited to the United States back in 1997 when the city of Wheaton wanted to start something new, and we opened our first French market there. Currently, we have about 100 vendors at that market every week, and we have 14 locations, including our newest location, the Vernon Hills French Market. So we're really, really excited to come to town.
Well, Vernon Hills is excited to have you here too, but you have to educate us a little bit. Now, you've got that European flair. You're coming with that history and that background. Tell us what a French market is and what we're expecting to see and what we can enjoy.
Sure. We're very used to the farmers market culture, which is, eat local, shop local. The French market concept is similar to that, except we're not just looking at local foods that come from the ground. We're working with a lot of small businesses that may also source products. For instance, we may have a cheesemonger that comes to town, and he is not making the cheese, but he's going to Wisconsin and getting it, or getting cheese from Indiana, or he may even choose to work with a few distributors and bring imported cheese that you wouldn't normally see at the store. So we will have the heart of a farmer's market. You'll see plenty of produce, fruits, vegetables, and plants. You'll have cheeses and breads. You may have a French flair with possibly some French crepes or some croissants, but we really want to work with all the local small businesses here. We think of ourselves as a business incubator for those creative people that have a craft that they can do, like possibly making cutting boards or beautiful jewelry, or maybe they knit and they can make scarves. We would love for them to come and join us at the market. We would love to work with any of the small businesses in town that are trying to reach their target audience. And we also want to work with the nonprofits and the municipality groups like the Cook Library. They're going to have a bookmobile there every week, which is going to be fantastic. So it's a farmer's market plus a lot more. And the other thing that we bring with us are the French market canopies. And if you've ever traveled to Europe and you've gone to a market, you'll see these very traditional canopies up and down the street. We'll bring that to the market as well. The nice thing about it is that the customers that come to the market will have a little bit of shade. There's an overhang in front of the booth so they can stay out of the sun. They can stay out of the rain, most importantly. So everybody should come every single week to support the market. Don't let rain slow you down.
Okay, so it's rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
And we're doing this on Saturday mornings.
Saturday mornings, June 1st until the middle of October. And we're over at the Metro parking lot. We're at the large lot, not the small lot. So there's plenty of parking for everyone.
Yeah, that's over where Oktoberfest is. So you're going to come to Oktoberfest a little bit early. Now, I want to back up. You would be interested in having vendors contact you then. What can people do if they want to get into the farmers market or kind of put an idea out there for you?
Sure. I'm very easy to reach. Number one, we have a website, bensadounusa.com. That will give you some contact information, and there's some things you can click on to get vendor interest to my desk. You can also reach out to me directly at summermarkets@sbcglobal.net. It's my email address. You can probably also call the Village of Vernon Hills, and they'd be happy to connect you with me. But we have a nice group of core vendors already, but we have a large parking lot, and we would love to grow this into a giant market, so please contact me.
So let's repeat a little bit of what you might see there. Tell us, get me hungry, get me excited about coming,
okay.
to give me a little bit more, because you started naming some things, and it's just, like you said, it's a farmer's market plus, and I'd like to hear a little more.
Sure. Well, as I said, we will have local produce at the market and plants, and we'll also have a couple bakeries, a few new bakeries to my system, which is very, very exciting. So expect to be able to see tarts, croissants, donuts at the market. We'll also have cheeses at the market for sure. I'm working on bringing a meat vendor into the market. We have somebody that signed on that will do fresh gourmet popcorn popped on site, so that will be fun. I have an herbalist that will be coming to the market, and she specializes on bringing all natural organic herbs that that you can use for cooking and also for health benefits, so that will be very interesting. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. I have to remember.
We've got a long list of stuff. It's really a great mix already.
Oh, we also have, we're going to be having some cooking demonstrations. It won't be every single week, and if somebody else in the group, in the community is interested in coming down and joining us for a cooking demonstration, that would be great. But we work with a woman who has a business called Mama Cuisine, so she wants to teach children how to cook healthy foods fresh from the farm. So she'll be doing a demonstration out there this summer, so that should be fun. And we've also hooked up with a lot of local people that are doing things like body lotions and bath products and jewelry and things like that. So it's going to be really fun.
This is going to be super fun. It starts June 1st.
June 1st.
So Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 1-ish, 1 p.m.?
8 a.m. to 1 p.m., yes.
And it's over in the metro station where you go to Oktoberfest. So like she said, you can park, you can mosey around, you can probably do a heck of a lot of snacking while you're there.
That's right.
And bring a lot of good stuff home.
And remember, the library is going to be there too, so you're going to have a bookmobile, which is really, really cool. I need to get a local library card.
I'm telling you, our Cook Library is awesome. They know it too, because they're very good. So thank you. You guys, you got to check this out. Go online to find out more, and it's going to be all the way through October. So if you don't get there the first week, make sure you make plans Saturday morning. Thanks for taking the time. People, go online and find out more if you want to be part of this. So thanks very much. This is really exciting.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. We're pleased to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Well, that wraps up this edition of the Vernon Hills Update. But remember, if you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Stordo at 847-918-3560 or email Mike S. at vhills.org. Thank you for tuning in to the Vernon Hills Update.